We're gonna be calling Shannon High.
Downey, this is your teammate. Please meet us at Dairy Queen. We miss you, Downey. Please. Please come home, Downey.
My name is Shannon High, and I'm running to be your junior class president.
Welcome back, everyone. Another episode of The Shannon Show, your favorite military kids podcast, and it's the best one on the internet. And today is going to be no exception because we are joined by Austin Wing. He's an 18-year-old Navy brat joining us from San Diego. Austin, how you doing today, my man?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Just sipping on some juice, talking to you,
juice?
hanging out. Yeah.
Is that a little apple juice? Pineapple juice.
Pineapple. I know you're switching. I'm switching it up a little bit.
That's strong.
It is strong. I don't like pulp. But it's like it's pulpy, but it's good. Like it tastes
right.
It's refreshing, you know.
Is that the best juice in your opinion? Is that the top of the list?
Man, it's up there. I say I put it at 2 right. It's gone. It's shot up the list, man. I think apple juice reigns superior. Never been an orange juice guy. Never. Yeah, I know.
I like orange juice. I don't know. It's up there for me.
I like orange slices, like in like a football game, like halftime, like the mom.
Wait. No, I can't stand those because like the white layer on top, like the little, I don't even know what you call it. It's not the skin, but it's like that weird. I don't know
what it is, but I love that. Like
I can't stand it.
Well,
it makes it uncomfortable to eat. I don't know. Maybe it's something wrong with me. I do like pineapple though, but I don't have any like strong opinions on. I don't remember ever drinking pineapple juice. I'm not sure if I've ever had it. But I mean, I'll take your word for it.
My family did something like, okay, so now we buy the carton now, but you know the canned pineapple. Like, have you seen that? The canned pineapple.
Yes.
So, well, like what we would do is like we drain all of the juice into. We used to, not anymore. We open it up slightly and like drain all of the juice into like a bottle, like not a bottle, like the pitcher, like a pitcher. Drain it into that and like drink out of that.
There can't be that much juice in those cans, though.
There's a lot of juice. It's
really
a big can. Like they could be like this tall.
Oh, I haven't seen. I've seen them like this.
That's
big,
at least like 4 inches. That's big. Man.
Gotcha. 4 inches is never mind. Okay.
So
good fruit and juice debate. All right, we can revisit that. Speaking of stupid debates, let's just get this over with because you said you already had a little bit of time on it, but I just saw it today. I'm not sure how long it's been going around. I saw it on Instagram, and I'm like, it's a stupid debate, so I have to discuss on the podcast. I feel like there's an obligation whenever I see this stuff going around just to settle it for people,
honestly,
anyone who's wondering.
Yeah,
like
you have that integrity, like you have that moral obligation, like you have to present that to the people.
Absolutely, it's almost like they're expecting it. They might be listening to the podcast just for that. They're like, I need to hear Shannon's take on this. Maybe I'm thinking a little too highly of myself, but I would like to think that might be something that they would like to see on the podcast. So here we go. The question is there more doors or wheels on Earth? I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I don't think I'm missing anything. It's literally just that.
Well, it's wheels. There's wheels and everything. I saw the door side. I started off. I'm like, there's got to be more doors. And then I'm thinking all the components that go into the doors. Sliding glass doors, wheels on the bottom of those.
Okay.
If you think about like a cruise ship, like, oh yeah, there's a lot of doors. And that's what got me on door side originally. Like there's a lot of doors, but you got to account for like the little things, like the luggage, like suitcases.
Right. I hear you.
There's 4 wheels at least.
Right.
Like on the bottom of each of those.
I hear you for sure. Right now I'm currently on team door still. That's where I'm at the moment. Maybe you can sway me off of this.
When I was naive, I was also on team door.
Okay. I'm naive. Okay. You can enlighten me.
Yeah, now that I'm like enlightening you, like I know like things are a little hard for you to understand. You're an Eagles fan. Like I get that. And one day you'll be able to see my side. Like if you look at like even a car, all right, my perfect example, right? You look at
you're not gonna tell me about the car. Because what I see is 4 wheels and I also see 4 or 5 doors.
The Jeep outside, right?
Okay.
How many we're walking out.
I think this is a Shannon show first. I've never done this before. We're just kidding.
The door open for my dog.
All right, I think we're losing connection just a little bit. We should be good. Okay.
Great. Okay, are you back?
Yeah, we're good. Mm-hmm.
All right. 4 doors,
Mm-hmm.
5 wheels.
Okay.
Even on that, there's always a spare tire. And do you consider now? Is a trunk technically considered a door?
I think
And
that's
that was
part
my
of the
original
door
argument.
debate, right?
I don't think it's part of the door debate. You know, I feel like trunks are their own separate like entity, right? Did I use that
So
word right? That's a big word for me.
maybe entities. It's not
Okay.
that big of a word, but maybe I'm not sure about the
It is.
use there. I think
Okay.
the trunk should be considered a door. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Are you saying the doors have to open horizontally? That if they open vertically, they're not
You're
doors?
like, I don't know, because there's sliding glass doors, but I feel like a door doesn't open up. Like I just.
I mean, a doggy door does.
Oh, do those count?
I would think so.
I might go back to door.
I don't know. So I'm thinking, I just feel like there's a lot more doors. Like take any building, right? Any I know obviously this helps the door argument whenever you take a building because there's only more doors in a building.
Mm.
And it is also kind of weird because doors by themselves aren't that like necessary a lot of the times. Like I guess
Right.
that's a lot of I don't know what do you call it? Like it's just kind of like a made up necessity for privacy, I suppose. But wheels are very practical. Wheels are maybe one of the most practical things on earth. You need wheels for a lot of things, but doors you do not need. So the fact that this is even an argument, I think sheds a light on something
So,
pretty
wait.
interesting.
So these buildings, right?
Hmm.
They're office. Let's say they're office buildings.
Right.
What does an office building have? They have like a little break room, right?
Sure.
What's in that break room? Mini
Vending
fridge,
machine? Okay.
a vending machine, some
Okay.
cabinets. How do you open that fridge?
A door?
Yeah, but you know what's on that? You know what's connecting that door is wheels. That slide
Wait,
things
but
out.
there's no wheels on the door.
There's wheels on the door.
There's wheels on
For
the door?
fridge. There's wheels on the door. There's wheels on the bus. There's everything.
There's wheels on the bus. There's also doors
a
on a
file
bus.
cabinet. A file cabinet,
Mhm.
right? Like a drawer.
Okay.
Wheels on the bottom. There's at least like 6 on each side. There's an excessive amount of wheels on the bottom.
But is a cabinet a door?
It's a
No,
cabinet.
I won't go there. I won't go there. I won't go there. I feel like anything that has that hinge though.
You're
Like
saying
that,
is a hot dog a sandwich? Like that's complete. Those are
no,
complete,
this is
like,
different. Oh, okay. I'll leave it. Cabinets are not doors. I don't know. I feel like my brain's too small to handle this. Like I'm trying to think of like what's the most common thing because I think we're also kind of skewed because we're like, well, we're in America, like office buildings really popular. That's where everything is. But I mean, like in like Thailand, there's not. I mean, people they don't even have doors or cars in some places. Like, like what?
I feel like they have
Like,
doors and cars in Thailand.
In some part, I've been in Thailand. Yes, they have doors and cars.
Okay.
That sounded awful. I'm saying in some rural parts of the world, privacy's not an issue,
Shannon
and they
hates
just walk
Thailand,
everywhere.
guys.
Shannon hates Thailand. Okay, yeah. New Zealand doesn't exist. Also, have to put that out there once again. If we're gonna get into some
You're
country
right.
hate,
I thought I went there, but it was all simulation.
you thought you went there? I'm so sorry.
I thought I-
I've talked to a few people who thought they went there, but
Yeah. No, I was on.
Nope.
They put me on like a simulation airplane for
Mhm.
like 13 hours. Everybody's snoring. Babies are crying.
Mhm.
Dude next to me is farting the entire time. It was
All
very
simulation?
brutal. All simulation. None
that's
of it's
tough. And
real.
then where did you land? Just right back in California? You
I guess so. Maybe a
Yeah.
movie studio or something like that.
yeah.
I'm not sure. It's all controlled by
It was
the
just a
people.
big set. Mhm.
It's all a big set, big movie set.
Or maybe they put you in just like some part of Australia and called it, whatever they want to do.
It's the same thing.
It's not
It's
the
the
same
same-
thing. Whatever.
It's not the same thing.
All right. I feel like I have to come to a conclusion on the doors versus wheels. So you're
Okay.
you're still on wheels, I'm assuming. You're enlightened. Your brain is so enlarged here.
feel-
You've just been able to see the wheels of the world.
The wheels are turning in my head and telling me that like
Mhm.
like that's the way to go. It's
Okay.
It's just I don't. I could be swayed. I'm not sure. It's just.
I could be swayed too. I feel like we need someone so much smarter than us for this.
I feel like that's exactly.
Or maybe it's really simple. Like I feel like there's also like a chance that like this isn't close, and one of them is just like
And maybe we're
vastly outnumbers
overthinking.
the other. Yeah,
But like,
it's tough. There's
but,
just
like,
a lot of.
the
There's a
assembly
lot of
lines that make
doors.
There's a lot, but there's a lot of wheels.
I know.
Look
I
at
mean, how
how
many?
cars are there. But then you think about the cars, and they're like they have doors and wheels. Oh, but like
Okay.
2-door cars.
All right, so you're saying per car, like each
Per
car
car.
will be plus one wheel, like
Yeah.
in terms of the ratio. There's one more wheel than door in most cases. That's
Right.
fine. But if you say, is there more rooms or cars on Earth? Probably more rooms, right? Just rooms, just like areas, just like places where people live. And I would say each room probably has a door or two at the least. And that's just kind of where I'm at. But do I know how many wheels are in an average room? No clue.
Mm.
I got no idea how many wheels are in an average room because I don't know what an average room really looks like on Earth. I'm going to be honest. But I do know what an average car looks like. And I feel like that's where you are right. That average car, but then it gets only plus one. They're only getting one wheel to door for each car. So that's not a
Unless it's a
big,
2-door.
unless it's a two-door, unless it's a two-seater. Right.
What about
Unless-
motorcycles? Motorcycles.
Oh man, there you go.
Vespas,
Motorcycles are your best friend for
bicycles,
this.
Skateboards.
I mean, go back to Thailand. There's a lot of mopeds and motorcycles. Now we're feeding into your argument.
Okay.
Here. Yeah.
Do they really have a lot of mopeds and motorcycles? That's
Yeah.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's,
Mm-hmm.
I feel
Very
like
prevalent.
I feel like
It's
I'm
just
too
cheaper. It makes more
responsible to-
sense.
No, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It
What
makes a
about
little too
golf
much
carts?
sense.
Golf carts? Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. I'm on a roll.
Now you're really thinking. You're thinking
Yeah.
about things that move without doors. Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
I don't know. I'm lost. I'm lost on this one. I'm gonna have to go with undecided, but I'm still leaning doors. I'm leaning doors. I was decided on doors, but I'm leaning doors. Okay, maybe we'll revisit it. We'll see. Okay, Austin. Let's talk about actual military brat stuff. This is the best military brat podcast. You
Right.
mentioned that you lived in quite a few places. So take me through, if you want to go in chronological order. I know that can be a lot, but no worries. Just it's always a little
Yeah.
weird. I'm like, just
So-
tell me your life story, buddy. Just tell me it.
I will. I'm going to tell you
Okay.
everything in intricate, excruciating detail.
Up
So-
to you.
So I moved like 11 times. I don't really count like the small like house moves. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I was born in Monterey. We moved out to San Diego.
Great aquarium, Bear. Great aquarium there, by the way. Love the Monterey Aquarium. I interrupted on the first stop. My bad.
I was 6 months old, so I have no clue, and I've never gone back. So
Okay.
I'm gonna take your word for it.
Yes.
Great aquarium, Monterey. Good for you, Monterey. Great aquarium.
Mhm.
And the birthplace of me.
Yes.
So,
Number
okay,
2.
So Monterey to San Diego, San Diego to Virginia, or I'm sorry, San Diego to Florida, Florida
Okay.
back to San Diego, San Diego to Coronado, which is like, it's like another part of it. It's
California?
It's like still like a part of San Diego, but it's not, I guess. I don't know. And then Coronado to Virginia, Virginia to Belgium, Belgium back to Coronado, and then Coronado to Germany, and then Rhode Island, and then back here.
That's a lot. That's more than normal. Even for military kids, that seems like a lot. What part of Virginia were you that first time you were there?
Like 15 minutes out of DC, so like kind of
Yeah.
like the like Fairfax kind of area.
Yeah,
I don't really
gotcha.
remember it too well, but it's
No,
like
you're
right
good. You're good.
next to there.
And how old were you when you left for Belgium?
I was in
Guess.
2nd grade, so
You were that young? All those moves and you're still only in 2nd grade?
yeah,
This is
so
crazy. Jeez.
So 2nd and 3rd grade were in Belgium. My parents put me in an all French school on base.
In
There was
Belgium?
an American, so there's like an American school, and then there's a French school, and then there was a Spanish school, and because it was on a NATO base, so it's like everybody from all over.
Oh, okay.
So for some reason, my parents are like, "Oh yeah, let's get him like immersed in the culture. Let's throw him in an all French school, even though he doesn't speak any French at all." So I just suffered me with like this one, like the only other American kid that was at our school that spoke English.
That sounds awful. How did you even like survive or literally function?
I got better. I got
No
fluent.
way. You spoke,
And
so you
then-
speak French now?
Okay,
Ish?
so a little bit. So
Yeah.
when we moved back, it was time to start taking like languages in school. And
Yeah.
San Diego's like, I'm like 15 minutes from the border. of Mexico. So I'm like,
Mhm.
in my head, I'm like, how about I don't take this language that I'm completely fluent in? I'm gonna take Spanish.
Look at you challenging yourself. Impressive.
Now it's completely mixed up and it's awful. So it
Oh
was
my.
the worst possible decision. And like I can't live it down with my family. And then I took 5 years of Spanish. I barely know any.
Yeah.
I had to repeat a year. It was
That's
not
funny.
good. Yeah.
I feel like that happens a lot, just like taking foreign languages in high school. Anyways, but I mean, just dropping a kid in 2nd grade into a
Right.
French school in Belgium, that sounds insane to me.
It was
Like
kind of so I had so
that
much
shouldn't be
beef 'cause
allowed.
Belgian people are very like strict.
Okay.
They're not as bad as German.
Mhm.
German is very like they're like no nonsense. Like we don't
Okay.
laugh here. Like you can have a beer at 13.
Oh God.
But, you know, like that's it, but it was fun.
How
But,
can
like,
you be
Belgium,
drinking at 13 but not laughing?
I don't know,
This
man. They have
Awful.
it's a weird place. It's fun. It's a weird place. So yeah, they just dump us in there, and I'm not allowed to speak any English. Like they don't let you speak English except English class.
Yikes.
They made
Oh,
me
so
take English class.
Did you do well on that
but
one at least?
They wouldn't let us participate, and we had to go watch French movies in the other room
Because you were cheating. You were.
because we were cheating.
Yeah.
So they're like, you get an A, Austin. You get an A. That's my
Oh,
friend. It's not
very
good.
kind.
Not good. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Better than
And
mine
then-
could have been.
And I was trying to do something, like hang out, like entertain myself. I would bring, like a Lego Luke Skywalker to school, something like that. Have like a little battle under my desk. And then this chick, my teacher in 2nd grade, it's like the
Mhm.
3rd week of school, brand new Luke Skywalker, like that land speeder set, this is prime,
There you go.
I'm hyped up, right? I bring that to school, playing with it under my desk.
Wait,
Takes
question.
it-
Is this the one you said the speeder from Tatooine, not the Endor like
Yeah,
speeder
the
bikes? Okay.
Tatooine. Yeah,
Okay.
the
Okay.
Tatooine.
Okay.
Yeah. We have the Endor one upstairs, but
Okay. Good. Good.
it's another so the Tatooine one, right? It's like 2nd or 3rd week of school. She's like, you can have this back at the end of the year. Puts it in her cabinet, 2nd drawer.
What a bitch.
Second shelf of her cabinet. I've never gotten it back.
Do you think
been
it's still
a little
there?
over a year. Part of me really wants to go back and like see. Like if I ever go back to like go visit friends in Germany or something, I'm definitely pulling up to Belgium. I'm going to shape. I'm gonna find that teacher. I'm finding my Luke Skywalker because she owes me.
Big time. I mean, this sounds like a core
Big time.
memory for you. Like, I'm surprised you're not a supervillain.
I remember like the feeling of just watching her just put it because it's on the 2nd shelf. I know where it is.
Which is out of reach.
There's 5 shelves. It was in reach, but she locks it every time.
She locks the shelf?
She locks the shelf. It's like a cabinet, like one of the like open up cabinets.
Oh, with doors.
Yeah, with doors, and then there's like.
So how many doors are there on there? How many doors? I'm messing with you. That sounds awful though. Bro, I could if
But the shelves pull out.
wheels on the drawers. Okay, I hear you.
Wheels on the drawers. Yeah.
Yeah, wheels on the bus.
I keep wanting to say wheels on the bus every time, but I'm not. Like, I'm just kind of resisting that urge.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Just it's really sad.
I think I would have been too terrified to bring my Lego Star Wars stuff to school for reasons like that. But you being so bored and probably so miserable being stuck in a French school, I guess you had little choice.
Parlez-vous français? Un petit peu? No, exactly.
Oui.
You think I want to understand that? They gave me a quiz on my first day.
In 2nd grade, they gave you a
all
quiz.
in French. I didn't speak any.
Mm.
Duolingo does so much. Okay. Duolingo on my mom's iPad does so much. I knew nothing.
That's
I've been
rough.
cheating on that this entire time. Like
So what was it like leaving there then? Like you finally go back to a regular school. That must have been the biggest sigh of relief.
I was I was pretty happy.
And
Very, very behind in math and all of that, like very key fundamental stuff. But
naturally,
it's all good, you know. English I caught up pretty quick. But I was just excited, you know, because we moved back to San Diego right after, so it's like it's warm, you know, it's nice, you know, like we have heat days instead of snow days at school. Like if it goes higher than 90, if it goes higher than 90 degrees, they let you out of school early.
For just higher than 90?
Yeah,
That's it?
I know.
Still? Wait,
I
like
know.
that's a
For,
rule
like,
today.
Yeah, as a rule today. Yeah.
I mean, I know San Diego, the weather is usually like 75 all the time, but come on, that
No,
seems
I
a
know.
little.
It's like it's a little excessive, but I'm like, you know what?
Do the schools have air
Let's get out of it.
conditioning?
So sometimes it breaks down.
Okay.
When it gets too hot, the air conditioning breaks.
What? I mean, this is
Not a great
2022.
AC,
Like we
not
got
a great AC unit. Yeah, I haven't had a heat day in like a couple years, but yeah, those
All right.
it was a weird transition, but it's just good to be back. But like, you know, like when you go back, I don't know if you've like moved back to the same spot that you've been at before.
Yeah, once.
But yeah. But like the people that you knew there originally are like, you know, different than who they were, because you know you change and you're a different person like over time. So like even like those small adjustments, like always coming back here after every like 2 or 3 years, you know, like it's always super different. Like
it can be
who my friend group is and like all that, and like trying to readjust and find your spot. You know,
it can be tough for sure. Because like you just assume that like your friends will stay your friends, and they're because you kind of have that loyalty when you're away, because you're like, oh, those are my people back home, like they'll always be there for me, I'm here for them, you know. And then you go back and you know things change a lot sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean that happens, you get used to it. It's just you know
you just have to
like
take into account.
That was my first experience with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, but I figured it out.
That's pretty common amongst, I think, military kids. They just, I don't know. There's no good way to prepare for that, though. I moved to Quantico, Stafford twice. Okay. So whenever I went back after spending 3 years in North Carolina, I was expecting, hey, yo, guys, what's up? What's going on? Like a lot of my old teammates, and you know, they're not the same people, and especially like it was like that middle school time where kids just change a lot as it is, regardless if you're there or not. So, and sometimes their friend groups can change.
Yeah, sorry. You said teammates. What sport?
I was playing baseball, a lot of baseball at the time. So
what position?
I played I don't remember, like what, first base, but in high school I played as well. Played shortstop, pitched in Okinawa. So that was cool.
All right, so we got a baller over here.
I did my part. I did my part. It was fun. Did you play sports?
Yeah, I played baseball my entire life. And then I stopped after my freshman year because the baseball program here is really good, and I just I would
that happens. That probably would have been me, bro.
And then football until senior year I didn't play because, you know, COVID, and then also like I've had, I think, like 4 or 5 concussions from football alone.
Jeez, man.
I partially tore my rotator cuff, partially tore my meniscus, broke my collarbone, a bunch of unrelated, but like my neck is super bad from snowboarding. My like C6 vertebrae is like twisted and out instead of like a line. So like I was just like, all right, my body's kind of,
it's just not worth it at that point. Yeah.
Enough, so it's just not worth it. But yeah, I mean that was kind of it. And then basketball for until like the end of middle school, but then that's when you know.
Yeah.
Not a great shooter.
Yeah. You either got the height or you got to shoot. That's pretty much how it is.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think I got lucky just because I wasn't that good like at the end of middle school either at baseball, but I moved to a really small school in Okinawa. Just, you know, a lot of Dodea schools there are small, and they kind of give you the opportunity to play on the team regardless because there's not that much competition. And I got a lot better, which was great. And yeah, so I think that's just one of good parts about Dodea. Did you play? So you lived in Germany.
Yeah.
How old were you when you were there?
It was 7th and 8th grade, so
Okay.
I'm young for my grade, so like 12 and 13.
Oh wow. So
Yeah, so
and what school was it?
it was Patch Middle.
All right.
Yeah, so it's like it's small. So there was Patch, Panzer, Kelly, and one more base that I'm completely forgetting about. And all the kids would go to Patch to all go to middle school, and then all the high school was on the base that I lived on. So this time when we were overseas, we were on base. My parents put me in a normal school. That was good. Like,
oh, that's nice of them. How courteous.
I was like, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Come a long way.
Exactly. I'm like, they saw what happened the first time. They're like, all right, well, yeah, but
can't afford any more setbacks.
Exactly. They're like, God, this kid's already like, he's already a lost cause. Like, what are we gonna do right now? Like, let's not put him back. So, no, it was good because like everybody there is all, they're all military. I mean, it's tons of different branches though. Like it was mostly Army. But like there was a very small group of Navy kids, and then everybody else was Army. So like Army and Navy games, like for football, we suffered a lot.
Were they doing it like the high school level there, or what?
Yeah. So no, they had. I was talking about like the college football games, like when those games would go on, like the rivalry. But yeah, they had high school and everything up there too.
Yeah.
Their football and like sports programs are so good. Like it's
really,
yeah. So because it's all like
in Germany.
Yeah, in Germany, because you're playing other bases, and you can play like we did a baseball tournament, and we came in second, but it was across like all of the DOD schools or like all of the DOD like programs.
Europe.
So we played it, in Italy. So or in Europe, I'm sorry. And we played a team from Italy. Like they came from Italy to Germany. They beat us like by a lot, but
gotcha.
Yeah, it was like their sports were so cool. Like we had a drill sergeant as our football coach, like an Army drill sergeant was our football coach. We were undefeated, but like after every game, they would make us run suicides. Like every game,
right? Just a little bit of military.
And I'm like, Jesus, like the last 3-hour practices and the last hour and a half was all conditioning.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, I was like, geez, dude. It was fun though. It was like, it was seeing like, 6'2" like running back, that's your teammate, and then you're like you're in 7th grade, you're 5'6", you're like a little chubby, and this dude's like those are the guys you're playing against, and now they're playing like college football. Like one of the
cool
our quarterback goes to Auburn. So like
neat.
Like,
it's not Bo Nix, right?
No.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. No. But no, his name's Chris. He's cool. But
gotcha.
Yeah. And then I completely lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I always wondered, like, because obviously I was in Japan, so I played for Dodea Pacific, just in that league, and all the teams in the Pacific who play each other. So like teams from Tokyo, other mainland Japan schools in Korea. And I always wondered like how we would stack up against Dodea Europe, because there's not like any crossover between the two for sports, really, as far as I know. So I always kind of wondered, like, I wonder what level the Europe schools are at, or just like how many more kids they have compared to the Pacific ones. So
there's a lot of kids. Yeah, like our rosters for every sport like filled to the max. Like at least for my base, for football we had to split it into 2 teams my 8th grade year, and both of them were completely filled out.
Wow.
Like, they were both like 60-man teams, something like that, like 50 60 kids on each team. And that
just sounds like a lot more people than I would ever imagine. And
it's a lot of people, but it's like it's fun. It's just a lot. Like,
So what's just like life in Germany like? Like, do you spend most of it on base, or are you off base a
um,
lot? Just like day to day.
so kind of day to day, like I would just kind of hang out with my friends on base,
Hmm.
and then like kind of every weekend or like every other weekend, go off base with like our family because I mean we're still in middle school, we're young, we can't like
Yeah, yeah,
or something. But like we would go with our families and stuff to go to like they have these crazy like parades and celebrations like for Oktoberfest. Like that is
yeah.
crazy there. It is insane, and they have like
There's just drunk 13-year-olds everywhere.
exactly, yeah, exactly. And it's like the food was so good. I miss the food.
Yeah.
But everything there is taken like so seriously, but like in a fun way sometimes. Like when it comes
Hmm.
to like their like festivals and their parades, like they do an awesome job. And I remember this one for I think it was Oktoberfest. It's miles long, like it's a long and every like all like thousands, like hundreds of thousands of people are just lined up on the street
Hmm.
and on both sides of the street, and they're just watching. And all these guys are wearing these crazy masks, and they're like setting stuff on fire, and they're throwing like chalk at your face. Like I saw they took they're very interactive, but it's like kind of scary a little bit. They
Hmm.
took my buddy's mom and they put her in a rug and they rolled her down a hill. That was weird. I don't know. For
I'm not sure how I would feel about
October,
my
man.
mother being abducted in October. October.
No, yeah, she came back like 30 minutes later. It was
30
it
minutes.
was really weird. Like, yeah, no, seriously. And they're like they have like pyros, they have like whips and stuff.
What
They're
are
like
they celebrating? Like,
I don't know. I don't speak German. Like,
I don't know. Like, what part of German
I'm
history?
like,
This is a little scary.
I don't know. I'm like, I guess it's like their Halloween. I'm not sure. I was there to watch and eat. You
Just
know,
soak it in. Yeah.
Yeah, I was soaking it. It was fun, but it was like it was just it's so weird, but it's cool though. Like it's
Yeah.
because they don't have like Halloween over there really. Like in I remember in Belgium, my brother and I wanted to go trick or treating. We like go out on Halloween. Nobody has any decorations. We're the only house with Halloween decorations.
Yeah.
We were off base. The only house with Halloween decorations. Like there's nothing. Like nobody celebrates that at all. Like that's just such an America. Like only in America
For
kind
sure.
of thing. And it's weird. So like I guess it's kind of like Germany's version of that, but instead of like you're not like trick or treating, you know what I mean? But like you can see it like it's starting to slowly go over there. Now like it's spreading, but it's just
I mean, Halloween is just kind of weird by itself. Like, just like, what if we dress our kids up as like devils and zombies and then send them out to strangers' houses?
I was Django Fett every year. I don't care. I was some Star Wars character. I was just hanging. I loved it.
Yeah.
What was your favorite
No.
Halloween costume?
Oh, my favorite Halloween costume. I was really young. I pulled the Buzz Lightyear a few times.
Okay.
I was a go-to. Jack Sparrow, Indiana Jones. I really liked Harrison Ford. So those were the highlights. I stopped early. Like I kind of got off of it a little before. I think some of my other friends did. And I was like, I don't know. Wasn't too big into candy or whatever.
I went
wasn't my thing. Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
You were too cool for Halloween. Too cool.
Maybe I don't know. I don't think I was too cool. I was just like uninterested. Like I was just like, whatever. It's cool. My sister will go. She'll bring home candy. She's younger than me. I'll eat that if I really want to. But yeah, I wasn't crazy about it. It is spreading though. I know in Okinawa where I was, like a lot of the locals celebrated Halloween as well, and they all dressed up and they went out in town, and I don't know. It was kind of neat to see it was spreading there. I'm not sure if it is in other parts of Japan, but definitely there. And I think Okinawa just has a lot of American influence because of the bases, so that might be part of it. But it is cool to see their take on Halloween, and a lot of their costumes, just being very. I don't even know what to say. Violent sometimes.
Yeah.
Just like very bloody, very graphic. I'm like, cool.
Yeah. No, I was wondering like how it went over there because I have some buddies that are like that have been to Okinawa, like they were stationed there for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but like I guess I've just never asked, but
How Halloween is?
that's like
Yeah.
yeah, no, I don't know why that would ever like come up with them. I'm not sure. Like it's just it's cool though. Like that sounds like
Mm-hmm.
it sounds fun.
Yeah,
never
like I
been
said,
to-
I don't know
I've
if it's
never been-
widespread or anything, but
Yeah, no, I've never been like anywhere in Asia. Like I've been
Mhm.
I've been to 20, I think 25 countries. I've never been
Wow.
anywhere. I've never been anywhere in Asia. I've never been to Mexico, even though it's 15 minutes from my house.
That does seem odd, but
Yeah, that's,
I guess if you
that
don't
was
have a
somebody-
reason, then
I don't know. I mean, they got good food.
right. You can also get it in San Diego, though.
Exactly. No, there's a spot down the street called Don Poncho's. It's
Oh, I'm sure.
it's
Yeah.
so good. It's
Mhm. Yeah, that's my favorite type of food, other than Japanese, of course.
okay.
Love local sushi and stuff. But I was about to say something. Yeah, I haven't been to Europe actually, so I guess kind of the opposite. I hadn't been out of the country until I moved to Japan,
Mhm.
and from there I went Korea, like I said, Thailand, Hong Kong, and Australia, which is the only country in Australia. I mean, the only country in Australia
Yeah.
is obviously Australia, and is also
Which
the only country in
part
the
of Australia
continent
did
of
you go to?
Australia. I went to Sydney for
Okay.
it was like a week. I was there. Have you been?
Yeah, I went with my grandparents
Mhm.
a couple years back, my sophomore year of high school.
Yeah.
They took me to Australia and then New Zealand, or not New Zealand,
Which doesn't exist.
because-
Yeah,
which
wherever
doesn't
they took you.
exist,
Yeah.
exactly. Wherever.
Not
It's like
possible.
Wyoming. It's like Wyoming.
Right.
Have you seen
Except
that?
Wyoming might exist. New Zealand
It
definitely
might,
doesn't.
like there's a possibility,
Mhm.
but apparently I've been, but whatever. But yeah, no, it was super cool. We were in Sydney, Great Barrier Reef. That was fun.
Yeah.
Big fish.
That's awesome.
Big-
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That's cool. But-
Yeah. Sydney
they're the same,
Sydney
both
overlap.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I was there for New Year's and I saw the fireworks over the Opera House and stuff. So that was neat. Little core memory in the making right there. But if you did hypothetically go to that country that doesn't exist, what do you think it would be like if you did go there?
In the simulation that we were in.
Yes, in the
It was
simulation.
a little
what was it
cold
like?
in the beginning. It was raining on us a bit, and then it slowly started.
Uh-huh.
Like they turned on the heaters. They wanted to change the environment a little bit, see how like
Right.
the NPCs would react in a different
The NPCs, right.
and I mean the food was great. Everybody there was super nice. Like they were all
Mhm.
programmed very well. Like like
This is some remarkable technology.
it was great technology. Like,
Yeah.
thank you Elon
Metaverse,
Musk behind
yeah.
it all. Metaverse, exactly. That's so weird. Like that whole concept is so weird. The metaverse, like I know there's
Oh, don't
going to
even.
be people just like okay, I'm not going to get
No, I mean, we can. But it doesn't matter to me. But I don't know, that it
Oh, no,
scares
no,
me a
no.
little bit for sure.
A little.
Well, yeah, I don't think anyone really does yet. I think especially when it was first announced, we're all kind of like what? What are they doing? But it makes a lot of sense. Just as a business decision, I think for Facebook or for any company, just because of how much we spend online each day, and it's like,
Yeah.
we
No,
already
I mean,
spend.
Zuckerberg's going to take over the world, man. He's going to be.
Or he'll make up a world to take over, which is.
That dude, that guy's just a robot, man. He's just.
You think so?
He's a robot. He's got to be. No, there's like.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not going to get into that right now. There was this dude that conned his way into living at my house. Really long story. Conned his way into living at my.
In your house?
In my house, and one of my buddy's houses.
Okay.
And he believed he believed in like he seemed normal at first, and then he believed in like he started talking. He believes in like lizard people and like Illuminati's taking over. And I'm like, this kid needs to get the fuck out of my house.
No, you're good. You're good. I'll go back. I got you afterwards.
This kid needs to get the heck out of my house. I'm sorry. I should have asked that before.
No, some people do not care. I'm pretty sure I already did on this one. That's
Okay.
funny though. But I mean, part of that, I think that anyone who seems a little off like he does is you got to be a little weird to be as smart as he is and to be as successcul. I feel like a lot of
Yeah.
people, like there's just something like off about them. Even Elon Musk, he has I don't want to misdiagnose him. He has something. I forget what it was. Was it
He has
Asperger's?
Asperger's, right?
Yeah, he has Asperger's. Which I mean, I'm not saying that's the reason why he's successful, obviously, but I'm just saying that a lot of people like that. There's something just different about them
Right.
that makes them stand out, or they're just wired differently, man. There's just something different
You
to
have
be
to
that
you
smart.
have to be to like, have success, right?
Right.
I feel like you have to have like a different kind of mentality. Like you look at the NFL, right? Like Tom Brady, like he's so strict about everything.
Oh
He's got
my goodness.
like
Yeah, no
Aaron
overlap.
Rodgers
Stop.
is like
Stop.
so
No.
hippie. And then you got like, you know,
And then you got Johnny Manziel who just couldn't cut it.
bro, I miss Johnny Manziel. I love Johnny Manziel. Money Manziel. He's the whole reason I wanted to play quarterback. Like my entire
Really?
life.
That's your inspiration. There you go.
Love Johnny Manziel. And then he just off the rails. I'm like,
He was really
oh.
bad.
Yeah, no, he was terrible.
Really bad.
Yeah, and then I started like following the Browns as like like after he left, because then they signed RG3, another military kid. You know, we all love RG.
Was he really a military kid?
Yeah, he was an Army
I
kid.
missed that. Oh, there you
He
go.
lived on the same base that I went to school.
Oh wow.
I was like RG3 was here.
That's my
you know,
man.
getting all hyped up. I'm like, yo, but
He was really cool. Like whenever he was good at Baylor and first got into the league, like
yeah.
and he was on the Redskins, Washington, whatever at the time.
Racist.
So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, can I say it? Because that is what their team. That's what their team name was at the time. That's what their team name was.
And then now they have Carson Wentz.
And now the Washington Commanders have Carson Wentz. Their name is officially different, which I will acknowledge. But
yeah, the commies.
The commies for Commanders.
It's so bad.
Oh my! It is a bad name. It's a bad name. It sounds like an expansion team in Madden.
That's exactly. It's bad. It feels like an XFL team. You know, it's like
right.
Yeah. So how do you feel about like Carson Wentz? Like,
just coming back to I'm not scared of him first and foremost. Like I am actually glad we get to play him twice a year. Not worried about him. I know he'll throw 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles a game. It'll be really nice.
They got Scary Terry. They got
Terry McLaurin. He's a good receiver. Yeah, he's a good receiver.
Curtis Samuel, right?
He might be there. It's pretty good.
And then Gibson.
I'm not sure about Gibson.
Antonio Gibson, their running back.
Okay.
He was a bust in fantasy for me this year.
Okay.
It's all right. And Chase Young, they got. Like an okay team.
They're good. Yeah, I think they're a good team. They were in the playoffs, but not last year, but the year before when the division was really bad.
Yeah.
But I'm not scared of them. They're so incompetent year after year. That's one of the best parts about the Eagles division is that the Giants and the Washington, whatever the team name is of the Washington team, is just consistently incapable of producing a good football product, which just makes my life much easier as a fan, for sure.
Okay, Jalen Hurts.
I don't. He's not the solution long term, but he's fine. He's fine. Well, I mean, it was the right decision to move off of Carson.
I'd rather
start Minshew.
I'd rather start Gardner Minshew.
It doesn't matter to me.
He's here to play.
He's got a stash, all right. He's got a stash.
He's good. I feel like I don't know.
He's not good though. You know he's not. No, we traded Joe Flacco. Yeah.
Okay, you traded Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like the Eagles QB room is like pretty. Like I feel like you have one too many. I feel like you have one too many. Like I feel like you could trade Gardner
consistently. There always is one too many. Whether it's Nick Foles winning the Super Bowl MVP while you had Carson Wentz, who could have been the regular season MVP, and then you had Jalen Hurts when you also had Carson.
I think Carson should have been. I'm a Patriots fan. You know, Tom Brady won it that year.
I don't really care.
Carson should have. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't matter that much. We won the big game, which is all that matters. And
okay, all right.
Tom Brady fumbled it when he needed to win it the most. He has plenty of other ones, though. I'm sure he'll be all right.
He's fine. All right. He's married to a supermodel. He's hanging out. He's not like the poverty franchise. Okay.
Poverty? Well, take it easy there. Take it easy.
Yeah, we got a few.
We're not in Washington. Big Mac and Cheese Jones. I like Mac Jones.
Yeah, McGriddle.
He's fun. Yeah.
McGriddle. I love him, man. So good.
Well, I mean, have you been a Patriots fan like your whole life? You just grew up a Patriots fan, pretty much.
So when I first like got into football, all of my friends were like, they were all pretty much like bandwagon Patriots fans.
Okay.
And I was
so you're a bandwagon Patriots fan, whatever.
Yeah, a little bit. I'll admit that. And then I was like, you know what? Like they all like him. Like, why not?
Mm-hmm.
And then the Chargers were in San Diego at the time, and I was a big Keenan Allen. Like I grew I would go to the games.
Yeah, you should be a Chargers fan. Wait a second, this is way off. You're nowhere near New England. You've never went here. Closest you lived was Rhode Island. Okay, but still, it sounds like you've been a lot more in San Diego.
But the Chargers haven't. The Chargers haven't been.
As of recent, they decided to leave. Yeah.
Recent.
Was that a few years ago?
5th grade, 6th grade.
No way. It was that long ago.
Yeah.
No, I need to confirm this. This is
because 5th or 6th grade. But I didn't get into football until I didn't like get deep into football until like 5th grade.
They left in 2017. You're way off. They left my sophomore year of high school. And
they didn't leave. No, they didn't leave in 2017.
It just said 20. Okay,
that's
you check. You check.
No, that's their new stadium. That's got to be. Hold up. I'm sorry. I left the Zoom thing.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
This is crazy. Wait. Chargers to
LA.
LA.
It says 2017, man. I don't know. The new stadium was just this year or last year.
Am I losing my mind right now?
Yeah, you're losing your mind for sure. Because 5th grade. It's all right. I mean, you were a Patriots fan, so I guess you weren't that invested, anyways.
Yeah, I mean,
you're too busy bandwagoning on a team that's literally on the opposite corner of the country.
Were winning
like
balls,
you could.
Man.
They have to like not mean anything at some point, right? Like after you win so many of those. I mean, how many did they win with Brady? What was it?
6?
Yeah. Like once 4 comes around, you're just kind of numb to it. You're like, oh wow, we got another parade.
Well, the Steelers are killing. They have, I think, 5 or 6, right? I think they have
from
6,
like forever ago.
Yeah,
not recently.
Exactly. Well, it's like the Cowboys, you know what I mean? Like,
well,
they're still holding on to those hopes.
I'm aware.
Yeah, no. Every Army kid when I was in Germany, all Cowboys fans. And they were
that seems to fit the Army kid. Yeah.
Like I sorry, my alarm. I hate the Cowboys as much as like I hate like the Dolphins or the Jets. Like
you hate the Dolphins? Why would you hate the Dolphins?
AFC East.
I mean, but what the Dolphins do to anybody? Like, how can you even hate those teams? You guys just like ransacked them for like a decade. Like they didn't stand a chance.
Whenever New England went down to Miami, we would lose time and time again. When they came up to Gillette, we were chilling. We were hanging out, But when we went down to Miami, they would time, and then Jarvis Landry, and then Ryan Tannehill would start playing good for no reason for one game, and then you get like a random Ryan Fitzpatrick game. Tua beat us this year. Tua.
Yeah, but then you guys win the Super Bowl. Not this year, but that's usually how it went. So I mean, how mad can you be? Next year you're gonna win it with Mac Jones.
Dude, Mac Jones. If we get him a wide receiver one, like I love Kendrick Bourne. Get rid of Nelson Aguilar because we've seen what that guy did. That guy is garbage, and we're paying him $7 million a year.
Yeah, don't miss him. Ball talk. I do want to get back to what you're doing now, which I think is interesting. You're a firefighter, EMT program training. Just tell me what that entails and how that's going for you.
So, it's super fun. Like it took me a bit to figure out what I wanted to do, and I think I figured it out. Like I'm kind of like halfway through senior year. I'm like, that's what I want to do because it's it's physical. It helps people. It's great hours because you're only working like 4 days a week, and then you get 3 or 4 days a week, and then you get the rest off. And then I don't know, it just seems like a good, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, just a good career to get into. And it's a very like team oriented thing. Like all of these guys are all like, they're all like football players, baseball players. Like they all have like that kind of team mentality. And I feel like that kind of, I don't know, makes it kind of interesting for me,
sure.
at least. But
for sure.
you know, like, so right now I'm working on my EMT. I just got back from class, but
Yeah.
it's like 4 hours of lectures and then like some skills practice, and it's just it gets a little old, but it's like it's interesting, but it's just, you know, PowerPoint, like, you know, for 4 hours that'll get you. And then for fire, we're doing like all of our workouts right now. So it's like pre-academy workouts, that, because I won't be going to a fire academy until after I get my EMT, because they won't hire you unless you have some kind of medical training. So like bare minimum EMT, if you're a paramedic and you have like, if you're a paramedic and you can pass like your fire academy, you're guaranteed a job. Like in California, that's how it is right now.
Gotcha.
So the goal is eventually EMT, or is eventually paramedic. It's just it's a long way away, but still kind of in the beginning for EMT. I'm gonna take some more like classes over the summer to kind of just fast track myself, like make it, you know, because I want to be on a department by like 21, 22. You know, get to work as quick as I can, and then but yeah, so this summer it's going to be like hospital and like ambulance time. So I'll just be hanging out. So if you have cardiac arrest in San Diego, this might
be on the case. There you go.
Oh, I'll be on the case. They're going to make me cut my hair. That's going to be, they're either like, you get a buzz or it's shorter than this.
Yeah.
Or you put it in a man bun. And
I mean, you have to grow it out a little bit more for the.
I think so. I got a big forehead though. That's the issue with me, is like I got my dad's forehead and his skinny calves. I don't know how he.
Are you going for the man bun?
I think I might have to.
No,
I think my girlfriend would leave me. Like I feel like if
you shaved your head for your job,
I'm pretty sure I would leave me. Like I've seen my bro, me with short hair is just not a sight you want to see.
But if it's for your career, like that, hey, if you're bringing home the paychecks, I'm sure she'll be quite all right with it.
I think I might just go with the bun, you know, because then I could just let it flop down. Like, oh my, okay, sorry.
I mean, you could probably try the bun, but I mean, I wouldn't force it, man. Like if it starts getting,
no, I grew up.
I feel like the man bun comes with a certain personality as well. Like you have to adopt the man bun archetype. You have to.
Man bun.
There's a little bit of douchiness that comes with it too. That's like
I can douche it up. I can definitely do it.
I'm just saying. Okay, I'm not saying you're incapable. I'm just saying
in Southern
that it definitely.
California, man.
I mean, you know what? You
drive
probably got a head start. You drive.
I drive the Jeep. Okay.
All right, just throw it on. Actually, what am I saying? You're already there. There you go. Boom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I want to hear. I have a $16 chain from Amazon. $16. I got this with a gift card. 16. I got it with a gift card. So
you're ready.
Got the gift factor. Yeah, I'm already here. I'm ready.
There you go. I have a question, general fire safety question. Not sure if you're prepared or not to help me with this, but in school, I was always taught when there was a fire to stop, drop, and roll. I don't really get that because I should probably be running towards the exit to get out of the flaming building. So what's up with that?
So if you are on fire, right?
if I'm a child currently in flames,
if you are,
or is this for adults too?
Stop, dropping. And for adults. I've accidentally set my hand on fire. We've all been there. We've all done some kind of thing.
No, I have not set myself on fire.
I was hanging out I was at Camp Pendleton actually.
Okay.
With some of my buddies. They have like these like for the lodge like that they have, like, you know, like the marine lodges. They have little cabins on the beach. And you can rent those out. So I'm there with some of my buddies. And we have a candle burning, and there's a wad of napkins next
Nice
to it.
ambiance. There you go. Little
Right?
candle, little scent for
A
the
little
room, for
candle,
the
little bit of
boys.
scent. Right? It's nice. It's nice.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I wonder how fast one of these napkins could burn if I put it in this candle. So,
Okay.
so I put it on. It immediately just, it's fast. That's
Because
what I
it's a
found out.
napkin,
It burns
yes.
because it's a napkin. The napkin isn't the only thing that burned really fast. It also caught my hand on fire.
Okay.
So I sprint like out. I like throw open the doors. My buddy's like, he's getting all like our fishing poles ready. He's putting bait, like putting all of our hooks on it. He just sees me run out the doors past him with like my hand on fire and just start punching into the sand until it goes out. So
That sounds awful. Why just run to the water? The water just run a few more feet.
no, it was pretty far. It was pretty far.
You're on the beach. Oh my goodness.
There's a lot of sand.
So you didn't stop, drop, and roll.
No,
That's what you're telling me.
That's the moral of the story is I didn't
Okay.
stop, drop. So you stop, drop, and roll if it's like your whole body, right?
Okay.
And if it's just your hand and you're next to a beach, you punch it into the sand.
Okay.
And that's what I found out. But if you're in like a smoky area, right? You drop down, you get under the smoke, you crawl out of there, get to the door.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
You got to check if the handle's hot. Because if the
How do you
handle's hot,
check?
the flame's on the other side. So
Okay.
you have a long sleeve shirt, you do this, right?
Okay.
And you put the back of your hand, and you just tap. Ooh, that's hot. Let's go hot that, right?
All right.
That's
General fire safety right there. Okay.
I know.
Remember that, kids? Yeah.
The future of
Thank you.
firefighting in America. Online classes.
Mhm.
Not online. That would be really
You
bad.
said okay, so a little bit online.
No, so for the first semester, our fire science course, which is like just it's kind of like an analysis of like different ways like fires start and blah 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 and like fire movement.
Okay.
So that was online, but we go.
So you don't know where the
fire.
fire is going. So like once you see the fire, you can handle it, but where it's going next, no idea. Wait, you're mostly gonna be doing wildfire stuff, right? If you're in California, that seems to be like the big issue.
So it depends. Yeah. So,
Depends where the fires are, Shannon, obviously. But
yeah, Shannon, come on, man. Okay, we're not all farmland over here. So if we go like 40 minutes to like an hour from my house, because like I'm right next to the base, so like we're like kind of by the beach. If you go like 40 minutes to an hour from my house, it's a lot of farmland. It's a lot of like mountains, lots of trails, all that kind of stuff. Catches on fire every year.
Just like a given, it just catches.
It's like guaranteed. It's like it's going to catch on fire. How bad is it going to be? So, like the fire station by my house, they won't go over to that unless it's like super. And that's the one that I want to get on. There's another one that's a little closer. But like this one by my house, they wouldn't go to that. The one like maybe like 10 minutes from here, they would go, but like they'd only send like a select amount, like just to assist, not like I don't know. We kind of depend on volunteers, I guess.
Yeah, that's why I always thought a lot of it was like a lot of the departments were made up of a lot of volunteers.
And there's city and there's wildland departments. So like if I want to get my foot in the door and I just want to sign like a 6-month contract or something, go to wildland fire, which is I've some buddies that have done it and it's just brutal and it's only for like young dude. Like you have to be like young, peak shape, like because you're cutting down trees, you're like moving, like it's like a lot of wildlife and a lot of like farm animals. Like you have to like herd cattle and like get them out of there. And so it's a lot of like that kind of stuff, but like dig trenches and I don't know.
Pretty serious job.
No, but it like I'll probably try to do that for a summer. Maybe try to get like a 3-month contract or something like that eventually, like down the road. But it's just I don't know. I'll pass.
Yeah.
I'll go do, for now, not
whatever you got to do.
Oh, I keep getting
Are
calls.
that right? You're good?
Yeah, my bad. I'm
All right.
sorry. Can you?
No, you're fine.
Okay, so
Yeah.
these recruiters keep calling all the time. It's ridiculous.
Is
I'm
it
like,
like military?
Navy? Yeah,
Navy
and
gotcha.
Marines harasses me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's this
I
dude
get
Simmons.
Mhm.
Simmons, if you're listening to this, buddy, you know where I am at all times. Cut it out.
Do you
Like,
just tell? You can just tell them to cut it out if it's the same guy, right? Just be like, "Hey, leave me alone, bro."
No, I have, but
Yeah.
like he follows me on Instagram, so he'll like swipe up on my story.
They're
whenever
evolving.
Yeah,
Are you
I know. Like,
serious?
yeah, no, they reach out on. You haven't gotten that?
Relentless. No, not on Instagram or anything.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, no, you'll see them on TikTok, Instagram.
Wow.
They can. Yeah, they'll find your Snapchat. They'll find everything. He didn't find mine. He didn't find my Snap. But I've had recruiters find some of my buddies like TikToks and stuff.
Jeez,
So,
are
like,
they getting desperate? Do they need people that bad?
I don't know.
Also,
I don't know.
I'm going to be honest.
It's-
I don't know if TikTok is the place to be looking for the next generation of Marines.
know. Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely not. It's definitely not the right spot. But I think they get paid like a certain they get a bonus if they fulfill like a certain amount of like people.
Right.
If they get like a certain amount of people to sign on. I can't speak today. I'm sorry.
No,
If
you're
we
good.
get, like,
That's me every time I press record. I just forget how to talk.
If they get like a certain amount of people on, like to
Yeah.
sign and like join the military, then they get like a bonus or whatever onto that contract.
Yeah, so that means by any means necessary, I suppose.
That means I'd do anything for a Camaro or a Toyota
Yeah.
Tacoma. That's all that these guys drive.
It's
Or
quantity over
Subarus
quality, huh?
with anime characters on them. We get that a lot.
Over in
Like-
Camp Pendleton?
No, in actually, yeah, a couple in Camp Pendleton,
Probably.
but on like North Island in
Mhm.
San Diego. There's a big like car scene, I guess, in San Diego.
Yeah.
And guys will get like these small like Subarus, get them electric blue, put like anime girls on the side of them, get a spoiler. It's
I feel like it's just a big military thing in general. Like that's the first thing they do. I've heard that they get out of boot camp, they get that first paycheck, and the first thing they want to do is they just want to buy a car.
Camaro.
And then,
Buy a
and then
Camaro.
yeah, exactly. And it just becomes, I don't know, their whole life. They just become big car guys.
Yeah.
Which is whatever keeps them happy, I guess. It's fine. But we'll still judge them from a distance because
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, buddy. Well, I mean, I'm looking
Like-
at some of these guys. I'm like, you do IT on an aircraft carrier. You know, like
Mhm.
I can say whatever I want to you, and you won't do anything. Now that guy, the dude driving like the giant Tundra,
Mhm.
that's like 6'4", 280. I'm not going to say anything to you. Okay.
Mm-hmm. like cool
your
car,
truck's-
bro.
Your truck's big, but so are you, and I'm good.
Mm-hmm. So if you can back it up, it's all right. I see.
Yeah, you can back it up. It's all right. But
Mhm.
if you get, I used to work at the McDonald's on base,
Mhm.
and whenever an aircraft carrier would come in, it would just get swarmed with sailors, like 400.
Yeah.
So many people like lined up inside and outside of McDonald's. Everything's like backed up like crazy. Everyone's pissed. Everyone's tired. They just got off from like a 7-month deployment.
Yeah,
And
they're so excited to be back on land too.
Yeah, but they just really want a McChicken, like
Mhm.
really badly. And me and these like 7 other people are having a really hard time taking like all these
Mhm.
orders up there. And bro, like they'll come behind the counter. They're like, "Where's?" Oh, I can't curse, but
You're like,
be
do you want me to make this
cursing
for
at
you?
Yeah. Do you want me to make this for you? Yeah. I had one guy who came and he like grabbed my manager on the shoulder and he's like, "Where's my food?" And he's like just screaming.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a weird place to work. It was,
Mhm.
it was-
I feel like
McDonald's-
anywhere on base, you can get some of that.
yeah, no, but just I think McDonald's in general is just skip it. You know, if anybody out there is just looking for employment, skip it. You know,
That's your best advice. That's good.
that's my best advice. Go to like, I don't know, man, Jack in the Box, In-N-Out.
I've heard Chick-fil-A isn't too bad, but you get Sundays off.
I've heard Chick-fil-A is pretty. you guys don't have In-N-Out in like.
No.
Have you had it?
Actually, maybe when I was really young, but not that I remember. I haven't been back to have it recently. I feel like, you know what? I'm almost certain that it's overblown and overhyped by Californians. They're like, we have this
feel
thing, it's ours. We're gonna tell everyone how good it is because it's ours. You know, it's like one of those things
No,
where
it
you
is
haven't
so
had
good,
it, so therefore it's the
bro.
best ever.
No,
Like, but at
it's
the end of the day, it's a
it's
fast
so
food
good.
burger. It's a fast food burger, though.
It doesn't taste like a fast
But it's a
food
fast food
burger.
burger.
It feels high
But
quality. You know, it
I
feels
mean,
like
there's just no way. There's just no way. Like, it's too large scale. It's fast food burger. It's fast food burger. I understand
like,
it's probably good. It's probably good. I believe you. But there's a ceiling. As soon as you put it in the fast food burger category, it can only be so good. Like I've had, burgers that are not fast food, and it's just a different
they're better than that.
classification. Okay.
But I mean, but I also do. I do kind of see what you mean though. Like
Mhm.
because I don't like Chick-fil-A, and I get
Really?
attacked for that all the time. Yeah. Now I mean, I get it.
It's just
all right.
chicken.
It's just chicken. You know, like it's okay. But if I say something like that, like if I'm like,
Oh my God, you don't like Chick-fil-A? What is wrong with you?
Exactly.
They're the best things ever happened to
You
me.
must be associated with the devil, bro. Like they'll go after you. They'll say some like weird stuff, and you're just like, I just not that
Yeah,
big
what I
on
don't
it.
get is whenever the Chick-fil-A line is like an hour long and people wait for that instead of just going to get a chicken sandwich from like a small business or like just any other chicken place. They're instead you're like must support large corporation chicken.
Yeah, I know. Or like that chicken sandwich thing that they did with Popeyes.
Hmm.
Like that whole.
I mean, that was probably the best Popeye. Like that was the best weekend for Popeyes ever. Like it's been downhill ever since then. The amount
I
of
like Popeyes though. I
media
mean,
for
I
them.
don't eat a ton of fast food, but like Popeyes is bomb. Popeyes is.
Have you had Bojangles? It's like a southern thing. It's pretty similar to Popeyes, but yeah, it's like in the southeast. A lot of Bojangles popping up, chickens and biscuits. So yeah,
we have this.
pretty good. It's all generally the same though. Like if we're being honest,
Yeah.
like people get so defensive about it. The only thing that's different, and I'll stand by this forever, Taco Bell is different, man. It's different. I'm not saying it's the best, but there's
It's my
nothing like
stomach
there's
different.
nothing like fast food Mexican like Taco Bell.
I don't consider like Taco Bell like Mexican food, dude.
No,
Like,
me neither. It's its own like genre. Like there's nothing else. There's really nothing else like it when it comes
like a nacho Cheeto burrito or whatever that.
Yeah, I
thing is.
mean Doritos Locos Tacos, you got quesadillas. I mean, I lived by quesadillas for a long time. I'm a big quesadilla guy. But yeah.
Big quesadilla, yeah.
Mhm.
We have a Taco Bell KFC down the street.
I've seen those.
Yeah.
They merge sometimes, and then it's just one drive-through line for both.
Throws me off.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a little strange. Not big on KFC.
Very different. Yeah. No, I'm not. I like their biscuits. Their biscuits are really good.
Yeah.
Good
I
card.
don't know. Yeah, Taco Bell. They're doing something. They have been doing it for a long time. They've been around for forever. They're not going anywhere. Anyways, I have one more question for you. Do you have any advice for just military kids today in general? Like you moved like 11 plus times. You've had to do a lot of transitions, easy moves, tough moves, going to French schools when you're in second grade. Is there any overarching advice that you could give for, anyone that might be listening?
Jeez.
I know, big question. That's why I save it.
I don't know, because there's a lot of stuff, which is like, I don't know, there's like cheesy things that you could say, like you gotta kind of keep your head up and like do your thing, like
the usual mantras.
or like the usual stuff, like man, I'm trying to like focus.
Put you on the spot.
My brain's like going. My brain's like going like 50 different ways, and I definitely should have thought that this was coming. But I don't know, doing like there's going to be like some sucky moves, I guess, and like some like kind of bad times. Like friends are going to move away, you're going to move away, all that kind of stuff. But like getting through to it and like having an end goal in mind. Like something that you want to achieve.
Yeah.
Like that's super important, and like going through like the necessary evils, I guess, is like the necessary evils, like stuff that like it sucks in the moment, but you got to do it to further yourself along and like better yourself. Like just being able to. I don't know.
No, I hear you. Absolutely.
Hey, I'm trying to figure out how to like phrase this well. I
No, I
just
got
can't.
you. No, I've talked about this before. It's just like having that bigger goal in mind because there's so many
Right.
like short-term, hurdles that you have to overcome and you don't really have a good grasp on what your future is going to entail. You don't really know what you're doing the next year or 2 years from now. So if you have some, just real grounded goals that you have for your future, that you can stick to those and it's something to look forward to no matter where you are. So have
Right. That
some
was
goals
that
that
was put way
transcend
better.
location. Yeah. Well, I have a little bit more experience talking about this stuff,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
But no, I totally got you.
Oh yeah. I mean that's
Yeah.
that's all you can really can do, I guess.
Yeah, it's a big thing. It really is an issue. I know I
Listen
ran
to the
into that.
Shannon show. That's what
You
you
know what?
gotta do.
There's the advice. Yes,
There's
that's
some
what we
great
need.
advice over there,
Maybe just press subscribe. Maybe just
Maybe,
press
yeah.
that button.
Maybe do
Maybe you
that,
got to do it. Consider
yeah.
it.
That's it.
But yeah, I really appreciate you coming on, Austin. There's been a lot of fun. We hit a whole lot of different things. I'm going to be thinking about that doors or his wheels thing a whole lot more.
That extended like a lot longer than I thought it was going to.
It
was good though. It was a good time. Like
Yeah.
I had a good time. I'm sorry I cursed. That was my bad.
Oh my God, it was. Relax, you're good.
Okay.
Really not an issue. No, I just put a little
profanity.
dolphin noise over it. It usually goes fine. Yeah, exactly. No, you don't have to do it yourself. Okay, do you want me to take that noise and put it over your own curse? We can do that. We can do that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Your dolphin noise specifically.
What do you used to edit? You know what? That's a question.
Dude, that's a post-show question. Here we go.
That's it. Yeah.
All right, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you all for watching, and I'll put if you have your TikTok, you want to put in the description or Instagram, or if anyone wants to get in contact with you, we can do that.
Yeah. It's Austin J Wing on Instagram, and then A-Dubs on TikTok. So it's like AYE and then dot and then DUBS.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So,
yeah.
Always need that little plug for everyone.
Little plug.
Just a little bit. All right. I'll see you guys, and thank you again, Austin.